Welcome. Chat rules. No doxing. No homophobic bullcrap. No racial bullcrap. If you don't like someone in chat, click on their name and select block. And then select block again. Done. If you ever feel like it's all too much, log off and contact the number below for help. To be eligible for gifted memberships, click the $sign and select membership. Then hit gift settings and slide to on to allow gifts. Turn off gift settings the same way. My email, conniekr68@gmail.com. Tips are appreciated, never expected. Cash App, $sign, capital CONNIEKR. PayPal me at conniekr68. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks.
Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism.
Bye-bye, PBB.
Get ready, because Constant Sue has something to say, like it or not.
And just that easy, that one's gone. Pink Boberto, I don't know if that's the real you, but whoever it was, if I talk too much, we don't need to be here, right? Way to start the night. Okay, let's see who's all here. Wicked Little Honeybee, thank you. Thank you for that, too. Hey, Jody. And Curiosity, thank you for helping me be a voice in Kel's chat tonight. Not that it mattered. We've already addressed Pink Boberto, if it's the real Pink Boberto. Let me see here. I don't even know what their channel looks like. So how would I know it's real? Let's see. Go to channel. Pink Boberto was made on July 19th, 2021. Well, hell, I don't know. So if anybody knows if that's Roberto, let me know. It's really no big deal, though. Let's see who else is here. Turn the page. Thank you, too, for trying to help me be a voice. Doohickey, hey. Kimmy Kins. And who else is here? Flossie. My proof of life video. Yes, they just talked over me. I should have known that. No, Berto's avatar has a blonde wig now. Thank you, Zep. I didn't think it was. Well, I wanted to come live tonight to show proof of life and to say, since I haven't gone live much lately, if anyone wants to cancel their membership, I'll understand. It's no big deal. If you want to keep your membership, thank you. But everybody always said, what are you going to do when Ernie's gone? What are you going to do? And I said, well, I'm sure there'll be some other scammer, dickhead on YouTube. Well, thankfully, I haven't came across that one. Hi, Audrey. I haven't came across one yet. So I've been enjoying kind of the peace and quiet. Hey, D-Boss. Getting back to doing YouTube like I used to do YouTube. Hey, Mark. Watching my orangutans and monkeys and insects and what else? Murder mysteries. Been watching the Quentin Simon trial for as much as I can stand. Mark, did I say hi already? If I did, I was thinking about it. If I did. Mark, is that Mark Terry? Can you get a link? If that's Mark Terry, not to upset you or anything, but no, you're a little bit more than I can handle right now. So, where's the dog? Wait, just a second. Just a second. Okay. I have an issue with my two dogs arguing. The littlest one, Tiny. Dang it. I had a picture to show everybody, and I don't know where I put it. Yeah, Mark, maybe later. It's just not, I don't know how best to help you. I don't know if having a voice helps you, having not a voice helps you. Just a minute. Let me get my dog up here. Okay, if anybody has any advice on how to keep these two from being bitches to each other, I would appreciate it. They're half sisters. One is a full-blooded Rottweiler. One is a half Rottweiler. Oh gosh, that's my phone. I was like, what the hell is that? Because I was playing on my phone. The other is half Chihuahua, half Pit Bull. Thank you, Flossie. That's kind of what I was thinking. If I want to watch Mark, right. Did he just come here to say he's live? Everybody, Mark's live. Mark's live. Go watch Mark. He's too much for me. There's some things I can't. D-Boss, did I say hi? See, I'm losing my mind. Hey, Holly Dolly. Okay, back to these. A bossy cat. Is that the answer? And it's not the big Rottweiler. It's the little one she's 8 years older. So she's used to being the queen of the house. Hey, unsupervised. Thank you. She's 8 years older. So she thinks she's the queen. And she's a bitch to everybody. And everybody else, the other two dogs are used to it. But Tiny, who's the newest one's only been here 2 years, she put up for the 2 years, but now she's like, fuck this, I'm bigger than you. And they've not gotten in a real, evil fight, just a grr fight. But it's causing life hell. And I make sure they have enough food so they're not fighting over food. I give them enough pettings so they're getting pettings. I praise them when they're doing good with each other. What else did they tell us to do? I'm supposed to be the bossy one with the Rottweiler because Rottweilers are like, if you let them take an inch, they'll take a mile. So do they really, Flossie? I wondered about that. I thought about it. Someone said give them melatonin, but then I'm like, do I want doped up dogs? Is that the answer? Or I don't know what the answer is, but dang, they're pressing my buttons. Michelle, that's my worst fear. That is my worst fear. They said, I've read everything from all these things, how to help, to there's only 1% chance that they'll ever get along. And if that's the case, I don't know what I'm going to do because they're my kids. I would never give my kids, but you can almost make your kids get along or teach them to be along. No, she's not fighting with the other ones. Nope, just the two. In fact, the other one that's her sister that's also 8 years old can play fight with the Rottweiler and never have a problem. They get at it and never have a problem. It's just Chiquita, who's the boss, can't stand Tiny. And sometimes she'll jump on Tiny and Tiny's like, what the fuck did I do? I can see her. She just jumps back like, what did I do? So now I have them on praise. When they're together by each other, we praise them. When they go outside, the door seems to be the real trigger. Like when someone comes to the door and they're at it, So we've got rid of the doorbell because that's the doorbell. Does it really, Aussie? And we do separate them, Jody, for a timeout. But it's like sometimes I don't catch who started it, and I'm like, who should go to timeout? So I'm trying to give them equal timeouts when that happens. Right now, Chiquita, since she likes being on my lap, as long as she's on my lap, there's no problem. But if she jumps down on the floor and Tiny's on the floor, they'll look at each for a minute and then it's on. I think it is a little anxiety. So I don't know. we had a Rottweiler before Tiny, Bella. We had her for 13 years, and they never had any problems with the other two. So I'm hoping that this works out, because rehoming would be my last step. But if they can't get along, they both deserve a good life, and I'd have to find Tiny a place to go. Plus, I'm going to ask the vet about that, because I'm willing to try anything. I do. I mean, I would not give up my kids. I mean, when we was looking for a house, 99% of the people that rented said, no pets, no pets. And I'm like, I'll be homeless. I'll absolutely live under a bridge with my dogs before I give them up. I just absolutely will. So 3 days now, we've had good days. Nobody's fought for 3 days. I mean, and when I say fight, I mean like grrr at each other. They've no blood or no blood or biting. They just, when one walks by, they say bitch. The other says bitch. But it's just, I want a peaceful doggy life. So let's see what else I want to talk about. Oh, I'm proof of life. Here I am. I'm not avoiding YouTube for any reason. Well, except for that during the move, every stupid little freak of anything, of anything, glitch, glip that happened could happen. Just a second. Let me let her out. The biggest glitch getter, or whatever you want to say, it's a biohazard of living in Southwest Kansas. We had our last load on a trailer. Since it was our last load, I had no boxes left. Wasn't going to go get another box. So I folded up my curtains, took the curtains all down, folded them, took my bed sheets off my bed, folded them, put the bed in, put the couch in, put the boxes that we had in, and then put the bed sheets and the curtains and everything on top of the couch with a cinder block. Just put a cinder block up there. Knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. Driving by the Loves, which is our truck, would be our truck route, cattle truck, drove by with shit in it, turned the corner, and shit went all over my blankets, my curtains, my couch. I have scrubbed and washed till the cows come home. Jody says there's a product called Composure by Veterinary Science, fast-acting cause behaviors. Let me copy paste that right now. Let me copy paste that right now. Let me think. Composure by Veterinary Science. I don't think they need much, but they need something. Thank you, D-Boss, for gifting the $5 memberships. Does that show us on there? No, I got to do it from StreamYard, don't I? Thank you. Let's see who got the memberships. Curiosity, invite me now. Mandy Cat, Tiger Kitty. Was that 5? Also, check out a product called True Leaf Calming Bites. Will do. I'm absolutely willing to do anything. Just like, I don't want to say rehoming is not an option, because if it gets too bad and they get too miserable, that's just 4, yeah. Maybe someone can click on it and it'll give you one. I don't know. Someone's told me that if you do that, I don't know. I think I'm so far out of the algorithm, you may never know. But let me see here. But yeah, so we had the shit fest. You can't get that smell out. So everything went to the trash. So now you'll be soon having a Temu unboxing because I'm going to order everything on Temu. I wouldn't, be able to even go to Walmart, I don't think, and get curtains and bedding. But on Temu, that shit is cheap. I love my new place. It's going to get a little taken care. It's going to get a little getting used to. It's 3 bedrooms. We don't need 3 bedrooms. It's a full unfurnished basement. We don't need a full basement. I mean, yeah, it's got a bathroom downstairs, 2.5 baths. We only need 1, but it does has a big yard for the dogs, and it has a garage. And the 3 things we were looking for when we were looking for a house was a basement for me because I'm terrified of tornadoes, a garage for the hubby, and a backyard for the dog. And this was the absolute last house anywhere around within, I'm going to say the 30 miles that I looked. No, Jody, I haven't. I also got sick. But, and it's $825, which is $125 more than I used to. Right, D-Boss, that's all I'm saying. Lots more to clean and vacuum. And if you had a Rottweiler, it's a daily thing. And the carpets are creamy white. So, vacuum, 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 vacuum. Yeah, I'm sure they got a lot back there for water damage. Yeah, and I thought Amazon was really cheap, but no, Amazon really isn't that cheap for what I can see. But Timo sure the hell is. $825 a month. Yeah, that's it's $850, and it's $150 more than I usually pay. My rent for 12 years was only $700, and it had a big backyard, a full finished basement. It was 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. But I don't know if Amazon has a wish list. I don't know. D-Boss, that's what everybody says, but dang, I think it's, I mean, I guess I should be happy. It's a nice house. It's got siding on it. It's in a nice neighborhood. My neighbors, speaking of neighbors, let me tell you this. You could tell when you're in a good neighborhood. I think it was the first day we were here. This little girl, no, it wasn't the first day. Might have been the second day. I know it was a weekend, but it was 7:00 in the morning. And this little girl, probably 7 or 8, comes skipping by, just, happy as can be, just skipping by. And she skips up the driveway, and she'd seen our dogs in the backyard, and she goes, maybe our dogs can play together. And I thought, this kid doesn't know if I'm Jack the Ripper. Maybe that's just from my, being on YouTube and all the ugly I see. But she had not a care in the world about coming here wanting to know if our dogs could play. I think, hey, non-one. I think she kind of wanted to know if kids lived here or not. And then I think the 4th day, she came up, and I forgot what she said, but I think she was just wanting to know if kids lived here. And I said, no, kids don't live here. Really, D-Boss? That's what everybody says. So I'm going to be grateful. I'm grateful for anything that I'm not homeless and that I can have my dog. And when I called the guy, I was like, you cringe to say it, and you're like, do you allow pets? And at first I called on one, and he said, this is already ready. He said, but I got another one. And I said, do they allow pets? And he says, yeah, this other one allows pets. And I said, I have 4 dogs. And he's like, okay. And then I got to talking to him, and he's friends with my second cousin, my dad's cousin, whatever my dad's cousin is to me. Cream white carpet, Jody, cream white. It's not all white, but it's creamy with a hint of, I don't know. They cleaned it pretty good when they moved out. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't clean like, clean move-in rental that I've done when I've done a cleanup for a rental. But it was clean. It was, nothing bad. The ceiling fans are awesome. I don't know where they got them, but they're like old-timey ones. And the light bulbs are made like old-time light bulbs. But yeah, like Michelle said, hello, by the way. I'm thankful I'm not floating down a river. I'm thankful that while I'm scared of tornadoes, I couldn't imagine being in an area, because when a tornado comes, we go to the basement. Well, what do you do on the East Coast? Your basement's going to get flooded. So where the hell do you go? Do you go high or do you go low? Kimmy, did I say hi? I don't know. Can't keep up. But I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what to do to live in a state that was flooding and tornadoes. Usually our tornadoes are just tornadoes and that's it. And if I can get to the basement, I'm, good. But before we found this house, we had to live in a trailer this last year till we found this house, and no storm shelter. And Lord, I'm telling you, my nerves. I'm just, that siren would go off and I'd want to puke. Yeah. And see, we don't have mountains here either. It's pretty flat. Don't have much mudslides. We had a big flood in 60 something. And so they put in all this flood control up in Colorado. Don't quote me, but I think Glen Elder is what keeps us from getting flooded. And then Colorado and Kansas got in a fight over the water rights, because we used to have water in our river going through Dodge, and we don't have no water in our river anymore. Nope. It goes underground through Dodge, I guess, and then picks back up on the east or the west of us, because it's the Arkansas River. But so the flood thing came in, and they put on all this flood control stuff. It looks like big X crosses along the wire with fence along it, supposed to catch all the debris. And it's ugly as shit. And they took out all the trees to do it. So now it's ugly as hell, but it's done its flood control. We haven't had a thing. He said, if you go to a small windowless interior room, I've got a closet in my dining room we get in. Yeah. Google the Greensburg tornado. I think that's what scares me from anything like that. Hey, Frankie, because Greensburg was wiped off, even in a small. I was cleaning a house for a lady, and her daughter was homesick from school one day, and the alarms went off, and she didn't have a basement, but I knew it was like townhouses. And on the left side of the road, they had more space upstairs, but no basement. And on the right-hand side of the road, they were bigger ones, and they had bedrooms downstairs in the basement. So I knew they had basements because I cleaned over there too. And the siren went off, and she went to the bathroom. I said, "Oh, hell no." Spivey, good to see you. You too. I said, "Oh, hell no, we're going across the street." And I didn't think nothing by knocking on that lady's door and saying, "Hey, can we come in?" And she's like, "Yes, come on in." So, yeah, I don't. And I get the fear now of semi trucks being thrown on me, because that happened in Greensburg too. So, who I want to check on, and I can't seem to find out how to get a hold of her? Tammy Lou Who. She sent me an email one time, but I can't find it. She lived in Florida, and I haven't heard from her. If anybody says Tammy Lou, what was her other name? Tammy Lou Who, Tammy Lou, something about subscribers, comments. But is it true Elon Musk bought YouTube? I don't know. I don't keep up with the things there. Yep. Yeah, Montana don't have much things going on, do they? I think they're having earthquakes. There's supposed to be Oh yeah, Greensburg was, and see, Greensburg's only like 20 miles from Dodge. Well, no, maybe 40, 30 or 40. Probably about an hour and 15 minutes. And it was, the Andover tornado didn't scare me much. It came close to where I used to live, but that Greensburg tornado was too much for me. And they redid the whole town. And they tried to go green, by Greensburg, but yeah, it wiped the whole town almost off the map. Okay, let me see. What else have I was going to talk about today? Oh, yeah. See, that's another thing that scares me. Earthquakes, because how you don't know where that crack's going to be. They say go to a doorway. Oh, that's okay. That's probably better than nothing. But New York scares the plain shit out of me. If I was there, I would have panic attacks. Well, no way. Mm-mm. Nope. I'd be picking up all the trash, picking up all the bums, picking up all the kids, and worried about the buildings falling on me. So no, yeah, I'm city countrified. Yep. I've never been in a tornado. Knock on wood. I don't want to be on a tornado. Please God, keep me away from tornadoes. Thank you, Spivey. I was getting ready to move on to gossip, except for I can't remember what I wanted to gossip about. Oh, I know what I was going to gossip about. Everybody said when Ernie left, I wouldn't have any content. And I said, duh, somebody else will come along. Well, nobody else has came along. And it's nice to do YouTube, just to do YouTube without having to worry about someone scamming somebody, hurting somebody, doxing somebody. I enjoy the break. I don't know about y'all, but I enjoy the break. I hope he's thinking about his doings. Doohickey, my husband's boss's son moved to Indonesia to surf. He's a professional surfer. I can't tell you his name, but he moved to Indonesia, married a girl over there in Indonesia. And he does voiceovers for cartoons for American Voice, I think. And they just had a baby. And isn't Indonesia where my gorillas are? I mean, my orangutan, Borneo, bitty bitty, my orangutan show that I love to watch. If I was single, that's what if I was single and 18 again, I would do that. I would go to Borneo and to the rescue the little orangutans. They are adorable. I know they shit and piss everywhere. And I know they're only adorable when they're small. But, oh my gosh. Different island than you. Oh, okay, cool. I hope they say stuff. Bali is for the orangutans. I watched like 2 shows. What's it called? I don't even know them. I just got them on my saved subscriptions, but they're amazing. And then the other one is in England, in UK, I think, where Monkey World. I love Monkey World. That's my other favorite. So I'm just kind of chilling, going through YouTube, doing YouTube like you're supposed to do YouTube without screaming and yelling and hollering. Well, until tonight. I went to watch Kels because I just love to watch Kels get all worked up. I just love to watch her get all worked up. And she's so easy to get worked up. And I love that she repeats shit all the time because Nicolina hates her to repeat shit all the time. So I'm there for that. And she can't help but repeat shit all the time. So anyway, I'm there for Kels always. But Kels, that's okay, Sandy. Hi, if I didn't say hi to you. So, not that I'm swinging a sword for 303 or Bird or Jimbo or anybody. I just got sick of the comparisons that aren't right. Well, Jimbo married a 19 year. When he was 19, he was 17. 303 was younger. 303 was wife was younger. 303 was an adult. I've heard that for months now, and seeing the opportunity. No, Keita, stay up here. Come on. Come here. Seeing the opportunity to say, listen, bitches, it's not the same. It's the same as first wife. Yes. Jimbo's first wife and 303 and his wife are the same. Just about a year, maybe a few months difference, the same. Both legal marriages, 17, 3 years apart, 2 years apart. No big deal. Nobody gives a shit. It's not. It's not. Well, Jimbo was an adult. Well, Jimbo was an adult. It's 8 months later, and the child was 11. So I had to say something. But then they can't get up there and dispute that. They have to get up there and talk about my kid. Which, if they want to talk about my kid, that's fine, I suppose. Oh, I know you can't get anything about Nicolina Runner Channel. Nicolina's not on my channel. Oh, yes, she is. When you're like, is that okay, Nick? Honey, is that okay, honey? You're right, Zep. And you know what? When I was defending Jimbo, I was defending that. Now I'm going to sound like Mama T. Through my eyes. Because I was once the 12-year-old. I was the 12-year-old that told all the boys that I was 16 and 17 and wasn't. And I was the 12-year-old that was running away to Tennessee to get married to a boy that was 19. Because he really honestly didn't think, he thought I was like 17, I think. I'm not sure. But I didn't see anything wrong with it then. And for the longest time, I'm like, well, you know, girls, this, boys. But now I'm thinking, the more that I think about it, the more it sets in. You're right, whoever said that. 12 years old can't consent. When I was 12 running amok, I didn't have the brain to consent. Your mind isn't mature enough to consent. And I mean, and especially being at 11. I don't know why. It just, you know, it's just different. Yeah, she went live. Then Mama T went live. I didn't catch Mama T's live either. But Nick had to jump on panel and, you know, be Nicolina. Oh, drunk as hell. She was drunk. And then Drunky Idea. Yeah, attack her sobriety. I sure am. She wants to attack my sons. Yeah, I'll attack her sobriety. Every day, all day, any day. Oh, yeah. Nick is around, but not near like she was, Spivey. She's been cut down to about a little 2-inch nothing. Oh, I know, D-Boss, right? Said, I love how she tells Connie to shut the fuck up. Then Nick talks over. I know. I was like, oh, shut up. Well, Nick didn't do it very much. Okay, bitch, whatever. It was out of control. A lot of people don't like it when it gets out of control like that. Yeah, and her hunty. I don't know why she thinks that sounds cool. And, you know, and then Drunky Idea is now hypochondriac idea. Because Betty had gallbladder surgery now. Well, now Drunky needs a gallbladder surgery. She couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. Yeah, me neither, Sandy. Oh, and that kind of came up, sort of came up. Like, how can you? I probably should answer the questions they asked me here. Now that everybody can hear it, how can you support people who talk about Jimbo's kids now when you couldn't tolerate it then? Well, because I really thought I was hurting for the family. When I heard that shit, it hurt me to hurt for the family because I thought Jimbo and Thelma were hurting. But when I seen Thelma say on that live that she could turn the tears on and off whenever she wants to, and then I seen how who's crying? Just a minute. Who's crying? Do it again so I know. They won't do it now. I'll be real quiet and see if they do it again. Edith, do you want to come up here? Want to come on this side? Oh, God, these dogs. But when I realized that all the shit that Nicolina said to Jimbo and his wife that was hurtful, if they can just, you know, welcome her back with open arms after all that, well, then it's Rocky. Rocky, what's wrong? Rocky, come here. Daddy went out to empty the trash and you're crying like a little girl. Come here. He'll be back. If they can just forgive all that, well, then it must not have hurt him that bad. And then I also thought they never took action. People were going to pay for them to take action. They never took action. Jimbo used it for content. So it got me to thinking, I don't think that, hey, Bird, I don't think it was really hurtful to him. So if it's not hurtful to them, fuck it. Ain't hurtful to me, I guess. Zep, I agree. I think it was. I think it was, there's just some shit that would never be forgiven. So as far as anybody on this platform, there are, I can't make a list of them. Imagine that. I can't make a list. He didn't. DeBoss did he. Imagine me not being able to make a list, but I'm not going to make up a list. But what? Come here. Walkie doggy. Walkie would be Chiquita's baby. But he's not a baby anymore. He's 6, crying like a baby. Oh, what was I saying about that? Look up narcissistic dictionary. Bet you there's a picture. Oh, yeah. Who I forgive. And, about last week, somebody messaged me and said, I can't believe that you get along with traders. And to tell you the truth, I'm pretty shocked at it myself. How it happened, it just happened. We talked very shortly in text in emails, and I mean nothing. Just, hey, I want to say, if you we'll squash this, and if you don't say anything, I won't say anything. Okay. And then when Heels died, she said condolences about Heels, and then. Speaking of which, Heels, I hope you're up there watching this Bullhorn Betty shit. I hope you're up there watching this, loving it. I think it's funny as hell. So, girl, I hope you're watching it. I just, I seen a change in traders. Now, apology tours, I'll always say about apology tour this, apology tour that, apology tour that. But no, I honestly seen traders change. I mean, it was just different, So if I can't, remember everything, if I can't remember all the reasons why we were fighting, and I've, come to like her, well then shit, I'm going to like her. And, so she doesn't, horrible shit. And I don't think she will. I just don't think she will. I honestly think she's changed. That person that texted me said, well, you're going to be hurt. You're going to find out. Well, whatever. I'll find out then. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong. So then tonight it was said I was, Brett said that and Nickley and them said I was supporting 303 and Bird. Well, for one, I barely know 303. I was just talking about how Jimbo's first marriage. Hey, Frankie, thank you for being a member for 14 months. I was just saying how it's not the same. The first marriages and the first not the same. His second marriage, yes. Hey, Nancy, thank you. And that's all I was doing, was saying, no, nobody's comparing your first marriage. No, it's the second one. That's it. Speak about that. I mean, it's your first one, not your second one. And that's all I said about that. And as far as Bird, I guess because since Sarah made me that awesome avatar that said Tyrant Sue, that somehow means that I'm now like let's say the Tyrant Bird, all his people are tyrants. So I'm Tyrant Sue, and to be Tyrant Michelle and Tyrant Zep and Tyrant Holly Dolly. No, it's not like that. Sarah made me the avatar. And Brett was like, how can you support somebody that did this? He did all that before I knew him. Yeah, I know he was pretty bad. But he's another one that I think honestly wanted out of the bullshit and wanted to change. What he showed me for receipts, or what he showed personally, I mean on YouTube, not me because we don't speak like that, but what he showed for receipts and how he's acted, not just what he said, I think he honestly is one that wants to change. So, you know, you could go to many chats. Why do when you go to a chat, people say, "Oh, you're a." Sarah was today on Katie's. I think I seen Sarah. Yeah, she did a live over Bullhorn Betty, and I wish that I would have known that earlier because I'd have been with her. Because in case y'all don't know, Bullhorn Betty was my first love. She was the first one, but I covered her. Dang, let me see. Let me look. What would I be looking at? My channel. I'd be looking at my channel. Huh? Yeah, Chiquita's on my lap. Just say. Let me share screen. Share. Videos oldest. Here's my oldest videos. Oh, I know, Sarah. I see your comment just now. Let me see. This is, let me make it big so you can see it. There. Andrew Hilt was the first video. And these aren't in order because I redid them. Like, because Andrew had more on these part ones, but oh, sorry, Sarah. Here's Bullhorn Betty, Bullhorn Betty, Bullhorn Betty, Bullhorn Betty, Bullhorn Betty. This is when she first came to YouTube. This was her very first YouTube live. She said she wasn't taking on the Summer Wells case. Let me remove that comment. Shazzy Bear, thank you for being a member for 11 months. And hello. This one right here was Betty's first YouTube. I was there for it. Then we have, this is when she was talking shit on Moab, Utah about the what you call it? Cry Crystal and what was the other girl's name? Murders. And then this was when she said she wouldn't take on Summer's case. And this is before they went their first trip to Tennessee. There's, you see Molly? Covered that. Bullhorn Buddy said she's a fan of Martin Luther King. You want to watch that one just for old time's sake because it's hilarious. It's funny. We all know she has a touch of racism in her. Let's watch this one just for funny.
I haven't even checked my calendar. It's quite different. Is it Martin Luther King Day? I haven't even checked my calendar.
She said, "Is it Martin Luther King Day? I haven't even checked my calendar."
If anybody knows, I am like a major Martin Luther King fan. I love Martin Luther King. It is Martin Luther King Day. It is. I love Alveda King and watch her and support her. And, you know, there was a difference in advocating back in those days. You know, they.
VHB, all of her white power signs.
Really did know how to peacefully protest, walk arm in arm, walk through the streets. Martin Luther King was definitely an idol. You know, we all learned about Martin Luther King in school. And, you know, I'm very thankful for what they've done to the community, what they did to society, the changes that they people, everybody, a lot of people don't know, and I know a lot of people have different thoughts on, the past. But at some point in every society, including Chinese, I'm Irish, and the Chinese enslaved Irish folks, so in all fairness, my ancestors were slaves. And
yes, folks, she did say her ancestors were slaves.
I talk about my pedigree, because I did the DNA stuff, the DNA heritage, whatever it is. And I found out that, that I have Asian in me. It makes me wonder, what kind of atrocities maybe one of my family members went through while they were enslaved for me to have some kind of Asian blood in me. But again, I have no proof that that's the reason why I have this Asian blood in me, right? But when you look in the past and you read your history, it just makes you wonder.
What am I supposed to do?
Who didn't see that coming? So yeah, and that was, what date was this? This was February 21st, 2022. So yeah, I've been covering the bullhorn to Betty. I wish I could find out where I put the video, or who has the video of her wishing me death. If Constance ever died, I would throw a birthday party. Wait a minute, I might have it. I've been trying to switch my files over. Let me see. Dang it. I wish I knew how to be faster at this. I'll have to find it and post it for you. Because I'm pretty sure I have it in my OneDrive, or what do you call it? OneDrive or Google Drive. I save shit everywhere before I got that. That's it. Oh, crap. It wants my email. I don't remember which email I put it under. Let me think of what else it would be under. Google Drive. Let's try that. Google Drive. Google Drive. Okay. Let me see if it's, and I got two browsers now because my computer came with, I don't know, I think Bing, and it came with Bing. No. And so I'm used to Google. So Drive. No, I want my Google Drive. There. Wait, stop it. You're being good. Don't start. Stop. Oh, well, we'll find it another time. I wonder if it's in this videos. Go back to the oldest. It was when she was on her drunkie live stream. There's Molly. I did Molly. Did a little of Summer Wells. This one right here. No, that's not it. There was one where Betty's done 3 drunk streams that I remember. Let me see. Andrew. Dolly Vision. I did Dolly too. Andrew. Anyways, I did Bullhorn Betty till she went to what do you call it? Idaho. When she went to Idaho, Heels in the Air messaged me and said, I think we just need to ice her out. I think we need to stop talking about her. Don't make no clips about her. Don't do anything. And let's just, completely quit talking to her. And I said, ooh, I don't know if I can do that or not. But it was getting to the point where, her name just made me rage. So here's Bullhorn Betty, Dolly, more Ernie, Bullhorn Betty. This is when she was in down at Quentin Simon's. Quentin Simon down there. And then when she went back to Hawkins County, Dolly Vision. And Ernie Shell. This was them down in Moab. And I think this was the last one. It was Christmas, yeah. Betty and JLR. This was the last one, the last clips I made of Bullhorn Betty. This was the last video I made. I'll share it again.
All those haters out there, jellyfish, cockroaches, and just, people that are just pure
By the way, that's how I got the name Jellyfish.
evil. We pray for you, and we actually want you to have a Merry Christmas as well. We really do. Because it's in the spirit of the holidays. And we know that the jellyfish, don't have brains. But I keep wondering, do they have feelings? Because I know when they sting me, I feel it. Right. Okay.
Sting.
Aw. Lady Wayne, nice to see ya. Lord have mercy. You know what? Get that. You're going to pay for that? Well, I appreciate that. Go have a Merry Christmas. And I'm sorry, but if you're blind, there's nothing I can do about that. But orange hair? I'm not sure if anything in my hair looks alike. So that's what you do on Christmas? Maybe you need to go get a bed sheet and go to your satanic ritual. You can't even be kind for one day.
I don't think so, Sandy.
Can't even be kind for one day. You're despicable. It's despicable.
Says a lady who started live talking about something.
But either way. Thanks for the $1.99. I'll take money for insults. You guys want to insult me? Make sure you pay. All right, I'd like to call in. I'm opening the phone lines because I feel like you guys like the phone lines better. The only time I ever really shut them down is when the trolls are infiltrating the phone line, which I anticipate they will.
The jellyfish, an organism so perfect it doesn't need a central nervous system.
But, at the end of the day, I would respectfully
Stop
ask
it.
those trolls, it is Christmas. Why don't you guys get into the Christmas spirit and leave people alone for one day? It's not going to kill you, But I digress. To each their own. It talks more about them than it does about us. I forgot I was doing this. Oops. Oopsie. I forgot how to do this live thing, okay? I'm so sorry. I forgot how to live. So yesterday? I think it was the day before yesterday.
The bigger the hoop, the bigger the whore.
Yesterday? Oh, Lord. Who knows? I think Olivia and I see her, hustling and everything like that. And I just said, well, thank you so much for being here on Christmas Eve serving us, right? And you could just kind of see she was worn out. So my $60 bill, she got a $60 check. So I just,
She didn't know.
You could tell she's a mom. We were talking about her children. There was a few other people hanging around the area. I was talking to them. We were talking true crime, to be honest with you. And bought a couple people there, a couple Christmas drinks, and gave her, $20 and gave her a $20 tip. So that's kind of where it was. I gave her 100% of the ticket as a tip. So it's not much, and it's only one person that I was able to help.
Sure you did.
But it was one person that is struggling that has children. So if that's just the act of kindness that one can do for another, then, that's the act of kindness one can do for another. People might say that's mean. Okay. Well, think it's mean? Go out there and give your money to the homeless people. That's just me. That's just me. Pop in here and tell you guys all Merry Christmas. I truly miss each and every one of you guys. Thank you all for spending some Christmas love and time with me. I appreciate it. And I've missed you so much. And what a wonderful welcome back. I will see you guys here tomorrow. I'm not going to be here live. I don't know if we're going live tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to go live tomorrow. I need to ask permission. Bullhorn Betty has to ask permission from Molly Golightly. Molly! Hello? Hello? Am I allowed to go live tomorrow? Hello?
So, yep, that was Bullhorn Betty. Now I'm going to mount myself. Let's see. I don't even know where that live of Bullhorn Betty's would be. Oh, but let me show you something. I forgot about this. Duh. On my members only. My members only has this is, I get it big. This is Chiquita, the black one. And this is Edith. Chiquita is the bossy one. She's part Rottweiler and part weenie dog. This is her sister, Edith. Rottweiler and weenie dog. Then down here, I have a picture somewhere. I thought I had a picture of Rocky and Chiquita, but I must have taken it off for some reason. Oh, I know why. So here. And there's Rocky and Chiquita. That Chiquita is Rocky's mommy. We rescued Chiquita right after she had puppies, and they all died, and I was concerned about them. And the guy we rescued her from came by, like, I don't know, 2 days later and said, "Oh, look what I found down in the cucumber patch." And it was her baby, Rocky. So he's the boy. Chiquita and Edith are about 8. Rocky's about 7 because Chiquita wasn't very old when he was born. And then there's, that's Chiquita and Rocky when he was a baby. Edith and Chiquita when Rocky was a baby. And then, that's Rocky when he was a baby. I guess I don't have any pictures of Tiny on here yet. But yeah. I have a short that's got maybe, here's a short, me and Rocky. See that right there? That's Boot Hill in the background, in case you want a little tidbit. Zoom in right there. That's Boot Hill, right down that street. The street we're driving on is called Trail Street. That's the Santa Fe Trail, the real Santa Fe Trail. That's Walkie. I love it when we're cruising together. Silly dog. And then I thought I had Tiny's first snow on here too. Where did I put Tiny's first snow? Maybe it's, look for it. There it is. Oh, wait a minute. I've been muted this whole time for F's sake. Yes, for Tiny and Chiquita, Rocky and Edith. For little brats. We've been pretty lucky about the none of them had to go for emergency anything. We got them spayed. Rocky does need to go get neutered. I do need to get that done. Yeah. They bark. I'm trying to get Chiquita up here on my lap. Chiquita, Pita. She don't want to come up here. She don't want to come up here now. Okay, what else was I going to talk about today? Oh, I was going to talk about StreamYard prices. She's not on my lap. StreamYard prices. Here's the best I could do. No, that ain't it. This here. What did I do? Oh, did I undo it? I bet I did. Anyway, the StreamYard prices. If you think I'm paying $40 for StreamYard a month, even if someone gifted me the $40, you're crazy. You're crazy, crazy, crazy. Not spending $40 a month. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. That's just entirely too much. I'll try out Restream first and see how that goes. But I don't really go live enough to, see that it, is cost effective. It gives me, I think, 20 hours a month free. So let me see. What else was I going to talk about? Yes, $40 a month, Jody. 40. And like I said, even if it was given to me, I would not pay it. That's just entirely too much. Restream is still 25. You can get 20 hours free. I'll have the little duck icon, but I don't give two shits about the duck icon. I can still share screen. I can't have an overlay. I can still have an intro. I could still, play video clips. I can't have an overlay. But if I want to, like if I have people up here, I can go to one person layout, two person layout, or I can go to just this right here. Like when I share, like just me. So if I get somebody on panel I don't know, I think I could still do that. So yeah, Restream's an option. I tried Restream one time, I think, and I'm just a stickler and getting to do new things. I mean, if Andrew Hiltz can figure it out, for fuck's sake, I can figure it out. And that's what he uses. So I'm going to try it, but until something, there's still Ernie content I want to cover. I still want to go over the Ernie content of where he screwed, told all the lies in the Summer Wells case, because Ernie's not going anywhere. Ernie will be back. We need not forget the man and forget what he did, and the new people coming in can be educated already. I still want to do that, but it just pisses me off so bad that I think about doing it. I'm like, yeah, I want to do this. This is good content that people need to, if you're familiar with the Summer Wells case and all the shit that went wrong in it, it's pertinent. But man, when I do it, it's on my last nerve. I don't, Mike, someone just said about their clips in there. Don't want to use their clips and everything. Oh, I saved some of mine. Like I used to go back and save every clip I made, thinking if I ever got deleted, I could just upload them again. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I'd even go through all that effort again. I'd probably just start a new channel and not do all that. But who knows? But I'm definitely, I could see them maybe raising it because it was 25, and you could raise it to, I don't know, 30. That's not such a shocker. It might be for me because I'm so cheap. But to go right up to 40, nah. I think they'll lose a lot of customers that way. And a lot of people do it just because they don't want the stigma of having that dumb duck on the page. I don't care about that dumb duck. Thanks, Peachy. I could give two ducks about that duck. Yep. Oh, It's like, the kids go, oh, she's not wearing Nikes. Fuck no, I'm not wearing Nikes. My mom said this shit costs too much. Say me about something else. Bird, me too. I tried to watch the first day and I just couldn't with all that detective talk. Blah. So I didn't listen to it on then. Let's do it something else. I guess the Delphi trial started too, but it's not televised. Yeah, there's a Restream, and if anybody's been around me very long, you might remember this oldie but goodie. Your channel. Your channel. Lives. Let me see if I can find an old live. I don't know. All these lives were before I wanted to share screen, So when the first time I went to share screen, I bet it won't say on here. The StreamYard. Y'all remember the press pass I made myself? Oh, am I not sharing it? Man. Remember when I made that press pass right there? Because Bullhorn Betty made her own press pass. So I made my own press pass. And she used an ancient old picture. So I made an ancient old picture. And then, because she hated me then and made that picture for me. But I love it. So I used it. Let me see. That was when that girl's boyfriend left her. Where is the Prism Restream? I might have passed it already. Yeah, because once I got this StreamYard. StreamYard. Oh yeah, I guess I could do that. Oldest. This is it.
Oh,
See this?
this
was with Prism. And you could share screen with it, but was a pain in the butt. And every time I'd have like a call or something, it would pop up on my screen. See, hear me having difficulties with it. And it was really hard, but you could still, it's the only one besides Restream that you can use to share screen. So that was, let me see. Is that another one? This is a Dolly Vision stream. I wish I could find my intro that I made that Bullhorn Betty said she was going to unalive me on my birthday or have a party for me on my birthday. But I don't know where it's at, and I'm not going to look for it now. Hey, Puck Elf, how you doing? Hope court goes well. I think the last video I watched, You watched it. It was a bad day for you. Somebody was coming into your trailer, and that was crazy because you were acting completely normal, I thought. So, um, yeah, I think he is hinting that she didn't do it, and I think they're going to go completely for the cop's throat, saying shitty police work, which really crushed me because I don't think that's the case. But yeah, I said prayers for you, buddy. I think they are going to say, but I mean, the trial's only gotten started, but if they did just focus on Leilani, they might have missed a lot. Yes, absolutely. Jody, you can put anybody's chat you want. Anybody's you want. Yep, sure could. Could you share StreamYard with another creator? I think so, but I don't know how to do all that. And I don't know. Sarah's about the only one right now that I would trust to do that too. I don't know. Somebody said just keep making different emails and use it, but that's not. I don't go live enough to that. Like if I went live over 20 hours a week, I might think of doing something. But between the free time, it's not that big of a deal for me. It's not that big of a deal for me. That's why I said anybody that if you want to cancel your membership, don't feel bad. For one, I don't go in there and look and see who has a membership every month. So it's not to say I wouldn't notice it, but it's not like I'm going to go through and say, oh, Diane canceled her membership. Oh my God. No, I mean, I don't. It's if you cancel your stream, I understand because I'm not live that much anymore. And it's to support my content. And whoever got me the computer, I feel so bad that I'm not going live much because that's why you got it for me, was to go live. But I'm just waiting for something to cover, that's content worthy to me. Like I'm still going to cover some Ernie. I may do that tomorrow. I don't know. Because he's always going to be around. Thank you, Sandy, for being a member for 6 months. And we cannot, forget. And I don't give two shits if they say, Ernie's your only content. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Ernie's my content. Duh. And what? Yes, Danny did testify. He did an excellent job. Danny found out today that Leilani, Danny found out today through testimony that Leilani had been having an affair. They shared text between, the jury didn't hear it, but they shared text between Leilani and her drug dealer talking about good sex. Thank you, Jody, for being a member for 12 months. Still here. Thank you. So and then Leilani got to find out that Danny was working for the FBI. Remember when Danny took off and left? And everybody said, how could you just leave his kid there? Well, they showed today that Danny was in a motel room set up by the FBI. It was wired to try to get Leilani to talk. And you know how when Leilani and her mom went to that motel, I bet you we're going to find out when she testifies that they did the same thing there. So when everybody was thinking they were off on a motel, just having fun, no, Leilani and Billy Joe were working with the FBI. So, and mostly, Bert, it was all Danny testimony today. He cried. She didn't cry. He cried talking about the kids. He cried talking about his drinking. He cried, all over the place. She didn't do nothing. She had a smirky looking grin on her face, eating candy. Boy, she got porky. Yes, I said it. She got porky. That happens when you get off drugs. So I'm glad she's off drugs. So Danny testifies tomorrow. Danny finished testifying today for the state. And I don't know if he's going to testify tomorrow for the defense or if the defense withheld their right to question to a later date. Something like that was said, but I forgot. Yeah, D-Boss, that's it. It's just, it was between the move and the ick is sick and the cow shit and everything and just everything, and it was just a nice break. Hey, Ash. Yes, I'm alive. I'm alive. Trying to think of what else I want to talk about when I was over on Kells tonight. Answer me questions that she kept saying She kept saying Jimbo wanted questions for me. Jimbo didn't have questions for me. But I sat there through it. And then she'd ask me a question, and then Nick would interrupt, and she would, and I forgot what the fucking question was already by now. But, who's Melody Ferris? Is that the one that burned her husband? I seen Jody talk about that. I'm going to watch that. Yeah, today, Danny, I think somebody else testified. So he said, fuck that bitch. Yes, he did. Right? And it was this happened on the 5th. I think Danny said that the motel room was the 7th. That's before Billy, They'll got down there, and was cussing him for leaving. But I don't know. Yeah, but yes, he did. He showed where he signed the papers to work with the FBI, gave them consent to bug his motel room and have her go there. Gave his consent to have his phone monitored for anything. It says right on there, monitored for anything. And I tried, Jody, where are you watching that trial at? I couldn't find it. I've been watching on Queen Bee's just because, that's when, I first was hanging out at Queen Bee's, and that's when Heels and all of us, and we're all over there, and it was the Quentin Simon case. But so a lot of things, and B. Tim's like, wow, this came out today. I didn't know that, I really thought he just left. It's just, there's just so much we don't know. We think we know everything. And there was people on there going, wow, I didn't know the FBI was working with Chatham County. Why the fuck would you think they weren't working with them? Just like with Donna Candace, why do you think the FBI isn't working? Who's going to solve this case? The cops, the FBI, TBI, all that bullshit. That's who's going to solve the case. You're watching it on Law and Order. Oh, okay. Oh, Law and Crime. Okay. But yeah, you could hear you over Nick yelling over you. You couldn't hear you over Nick yelling. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, of course. But you got to stay in there and say, oh, she rage quit. I rage quit. Oh, really? Susan Smith's parole? Somebody said Diane Downs was up for parole too. I read that a while back. And then the suitcase case is going on too, isn't it? She zipped her husband up in a suitcase. I forgot her name. But yeah, lots going on in true crime. And I'm not really a true crime channel, and Diane Downs is a fucking monster yet. Let me look that up. Diane Downs. Parole. Release date. Here, tell me. Diane Downs is not expected to release from prison anytime soon. She's serving a life sentence with 50 years. She's been denied parole 3 times in 2008, 2010, and 2020. What's the status of Diane Downs? She was sentenced to life in prison. She's like, I want to just know it easy. This was from what date? 2023. Up for parole again. What date was that? On December 10th. Let me see what this says. Or child killer will have a second parole hearing on December 10th. What's the date of this article? I hate it when they don't just put it right up here at the top for me to find. Here it is. Oh, that was 2010. No. Diane Downs parole. Let's try that. Parole. They spell parole. Is that parole? Okay. Did Diane Downs' daughter testify against her? Oregon's parole board. That's 2023. Let's see when this is. Anyway, she must still be in there. Or else it would be, 2023 she had it. And she's still in there. So, she's still in there. But yeah, my tummy bug my stick was a tummy bug. It was like, no, and it wasn't, what did Betty call? Oh, speaking of Betty, honey, you got some things wrong tonight. What were they? Oh, I can't remember what it was. It must not have been 2 weeks. Let me see. Yeah, Jody said that trial was in her county. Like, that's close by. Yes, Peachy. I know what you're talking about. Absolutely. Stupid idiots over there crying about it. Well, I ain't crying about it. Well, then shut up about it. Quit inviting your kids to fights. I just think what Betty got wrong. Betty said, Connie. Well, for one, she said, Connie got mad at Jimbo over a poll. Well, no, we all know that's not the same thing. Oh, I've watched it 100 times, Ash. I love that movie. So that was one thing she got wrong. And then the other thing I kept saying, that's a lie, Betty. That's a lie, Betty. I wonder what her live was about tonight. Bird's live in 30. Oh, he's doing Wade Wilson, which is another cluster mess. And what's really crazy is I know a guy that looks just like him, talks just without the face paint, Here, Bird's live in 30. Here's this link. Looks just like him, talks just like him, and it's crazy. Hey, Ran. Good to see you. Peachy, did I say hi even? His medicine. Okay. Did y'all know Reba? No, I didn't. I liked Reba. I always tell everybody my only country music story is I'm related to Martina McBride. My stepsister's husband, brother, married Martina McBride. So we're not really related. But yeah. Mexico just get mad and I'd say that. You're not either. Or just shut up. Yes. Kel's was a great. You want to see a sample of Kel's tonight? I don't want to go over it all because it's nothing but blah, 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 blah. Remember how Katie said that the cockatoo? Oh, that Matlock with Kathy Bates. We're going to watch too. Yeah. I'm getting Paramount Plus just for that. Because now we have Pluto and I see an advertise on Pluto. But let me see. It looked good. Mama T went live. I'm sure she's just yelping about Charlie. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Here we go. We'll just give you a sampling of what was going through tonight. They were watching this clip from El Kennedy about Peachy and all
Curse us again. Guess he just went live.
You won't watch all that.
They're trying to
got this thing going on, which actually, who mentioned children? Peach, of course. Hey, Tara, honey. Yeah, Earth Angel, a vacation. No, it was a smear campaign trip. Absolutely. Hey, Mama Lena. I don't know when this was. I don't even know much about this Brick person. El Kennedy
Brooke.
done this clip, and
She kept calling Brooke Brick, I think. I don't know, it was just her accent, but so they're all on here, and let me scroll back here, see where I came up here. Can't find my comment to see what's first here.
They're trying to distract from the simple fact that 303 groomed his 14-year-old minor wife at the time when he was an adult.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, and I came up and I said, well, if 303, my first comment was, if 303 groomed the wife, then Jimbo surely groomed his wife.
That's what they're trying to do. They're moving the fucking goalpost. Let's just be a matter of the fact. Jimbo and his first wife were minors. Both were minors.
right,
They were not of age.
yeah,
So you can't say they're pedophiles.
right.
When I look at the whole picture of this whole thing, you know who's the weirdo pedo simp that seems like, you know, he has something up his sleeve. And from what I gathered with my research, is 303 was buddies with that rat Beware Mouse in Fort Collins. So who's the weirdo?
And seeing, since I know all this is wrong, I sat there and I shut up. I didn't say nothing, but it was I think they said something else, and then I couldn't stand it no more. She had just dropped a link. That's what it was.
Pedo here.
Right.
It doesn't seem like Jimbo is, because he was a minor.
And,
Technically, if we want to go law, right? We want to go legal here. And what they did in the 80s and 90s is different than what they do now. But it's not, the law said it was okay. The parents signed off on this.
right. They need to drop it, but that's all they want to bring
Oh, they
up.
know.
They bring it over here to my channel, and I told them, you know, go to Jimbo's chat.
There's my comment right there. So we were 16 minutes in. I held it for 16 minutes.
You know, he don't care. He don't care to answer the questions, but that's what they come over here and do anytime any of them come over here. But let me address the chat, because some of them had questions on when this was and everything. So, hey, Sister Callie, yeah, sad to admit your husband has a bromance. I know, and Dark Angel Peachy needs to take care of her own. So Ghost is gay. But, you know, she had to bring up, you know, he got to go on vacation, but she had to sit home with the kids, and she wanted to wear some rolls from the, you know.
Well, I think she was personally happy. Honestly, if I was married to that thing, I'd probably be happy that he went out and had a bromance. Like, get him out of the house.
And Katie and Peach both done lives and cheered this on while they covered the, you know, the Kentucky stuff. Ghost and Bird would send them clips, and they.
No shit. Then Markella said, Constance, that 12-year-old was his wife. So how was their grooming? Please explain. Please explain. Well, damn. They just said that 303 groomed his wife. So my point was, if 303 groomed his wife, Jimbo groomed his wife, what the hell?
They covered it, and they condone this. And so now their story is, it's not real life. You'll hear it just a minute. I think she says it again. It's not real life. She said it earlier. It's if you're spreading gender.
And Jimbo said, Constance defined grooming without Googling. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. All I said was, if they claim that 303 groomed his wife, then Jimbo groomed his wife.
Awareness. No, you all cannot. That's not going to be an excuse. That's not good enough for me. You, Ghost and Bird, in fact, went real life, and Katie and Peach cheered it on.
Raise your hands, hey guys. No, put one in the chat if you've never opened a mailbox and stuffed flyers violating U.S. and federal government laws. I'm gonna put one in the chat because I've never done that.
I've never done that either. But that's what I'm saying, though.
Just say it.
They're trying to say that it's okay that they went real life because they were spreading general awareness. No, it's not. Oh, excuse me, I got straight on my drink. No, it's not. And Katie says, yeah, Katie says.
Here's my thoughts on that. My thoughts are, if someone cared enough to book a flight on their own expense and go, they thought it was a worthy cause. And instead of just talking shit, they went there. And if they went there and think it's a worthy enough cause, They're a grown ass man. They can do what they want to. They must have thought it was a grown ass, a good cause. And if you're not worried about it, and you're so sure that your town loves you, what are you worried about?
I don't go real life, and I don't. Excuse me, guys. I don't condone it.
Writes the check on this shit too with these people. I mean, she doesn't condone it. I mean, she supports it. So what I see is
when Markella said that 12-year-old was Jimbo's wife, I said, well, that 16-year-old was 303's wife.
Somebody that is complacent.
She every day on her channel. So yes, you did condone her and Peach both. But let me get yeah, Izzy.
Why do they still keep going over that? No shit. No shit. It's no big secret. They covered it.
You mentioned children. Peach, of course. Hey, Tara, honey. Yeah, Earth Angel. Vacation. No, it was a smear campaign trip. Absolutely. Hey, Lime Mama Lena.
It was just the truth.
I don't know when this was. I don't even know much about this brick person. El Candy done this clip, and curious. We're gonna go over the live because I want to know why that brick mentioned my name. Saying I'm simping for Nicolina. I don't simp for anybody. The thing is, I didn't.
Tonight's live proved that's a lie.
The Mean Girls. I didn't get kicked out of the Mean Girls. I can't get back into that account to get back in there. I never was mad at any of them. I took my long break. I come back. Everybody had split up. A bunch of people had left, but I still let everybody come in my chat. I still didn't have a problem with anybody, and that's they're mad about that because God, I got strung on that Mountain Dew, and it's okay. Regina, Izzy, don't mention the kids. She don't apply to that side, just this side. But hey, Regina, honey, he definitely not intimidating.
See, and it's this stupid shit right here that Markella says, but wasn't 303 an adult? So Jimbo was 17, 8 months from being an adult. 7 or 8 months. He says 8. I think it was 7. In just 7 months, Jimbo was an adult. So in 8 months, Jimbo was an adult, and 303 was an adult. But the fact of the matter is, Ernie Shell tell me, Jimbo's wife was 12, just turned 12, and 303's was 16. No big deal. Almost how close I said that you were almost 16, yeah. And Jimbo says, so when I spread general awareness about what Ghost has been accused of, is it going to be okay? Oh, I'm sure. If you want to look like a weirdo. And I said, Jimbo was almost an adult. And Markella Kane's back. Get this, okay? 303 was an adult, not a child. Jimbo was a child still. Okay, but only for 8 more months. Then he was an adult. And he was married to a 12-year-old. Bang head here. Bang head here. This is what got me so frustrated to take the link.
Intimidated. And he's definitely not intimidating, and he's not spreading awareness. Right, Jimbo? Hey, honey, man, hope your headache gets better, honey. Gosh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, Peachy is fake. Absolutely, she is. Oh, the general awareness will be spread about ghost suspicions. All right, Jimbo. Let it go, honey. Yeah, it's all your fault. They were never going to fight because, well, they were scared to go to a man's face to face. Yeah, I talked about that in the car. The ghost. Now here they got this thing going on, which actually Chicky started it, which I don't have no problem with Chicky at all. She started, that thing about the children. They're talking about.
And then I had to remind him here. 17, 12, 19, 16. You do the math. If I'm looking at in totality of the circumstances, the whole picture, and I got to pick which is more fucked up, I'm going to have to go with the first one.
Whatever it was, I can't remember how that thing went. But shit. But Ghost wants to fight a kid, so how's that protecting kids if they want to fight one?
That was Jimbo's narrative.
That's going real life, Katie, Peachy. That's going real fucking life. That is not spreading awareness. When Ghost.
Oh, now I know why I took the link. I took the link because I was tired of hearing that too. And what's that other face? What's Mama T always say? Here's the deal. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ghost said what he said after Jimbo said his boy would be there to fight. Invite your son to a fight. He might get beat up. And it was Jimbo that set the narrative of a fight to start with. Like PG said, there was never going to be a fight. Nobody even said anything about a fight, except Jimbo running his big WWE mouth, and trying to back it up with his son, not him. You know what? Even if my son wanted to fight with, say I'm a man, and my son's like, Dad, I'll be right there with you. I'll say, no, the fuck you're not. You're going to sit your ass at home. You are going to sit your ass at home. You're going to stay out of this shit.
Sits in the car and says he wants to be a minor. Fuck that shit. That's going real life. I don't give a damn what any of you say. That is definitely going real life. Hey, Markella, honey, what is there any awareness to expose? Oh, wait, please show me. Right. I'm going through these kind of fast, guys. Yeah, they're spreading hate. And if Jimbo loses his job, kids that for make it make sense. Right, Izzy?
And I said, 303 had a legal marriage, same as you, Jimbo. And Nicolina said, they need to fucking stop, or flyers were made of all of them.
I wonder how many people in our town know Ghost was accused of having relations. I don't know about that, Skunk Ape. No innocence proven guilty. It don't stop.
Wow.
They did it
So
first.
He groomed her and then got her pregnant. What the fuck, dude? That's
Is
just
that really
so creepy. Oh, like
Groomed her and then got him pregnant. Oh, yes, I'm sure. And I'm telling you, if they're going to, say things without proof, I still swear that Jimbo's first marriage, she was pregnant. That's why they allowed it. I don't know. I don't think they would allow it any other way, but there's no proof of that. Just my opinion. I think she had a miscarriage or something.
he just for me, it just seems like Mr. Creeper vibes. Like, and then,
Is that really true, though?
I mean, I think so. Like, from what I gathered from my research, this is alleged.
Her research sucks.
I'm not saying anything in stone, but from what I gathered with 303, he's done a lot of.
And then Jimbo says, it wasn't legal when he got her pregnant, Constance. Not the same as me. Not at all. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I know the laws, I think, well enough to know that 16 and 19 with parental consent could get married. 16 and 19, that was the thing, there was no laws against 16 or 19. I think statutory rape had to be at least 14 or 12, something like that, not 16. But, I'll tell Jimbo like he tells everybody, go file charges then. If you think you got something, Jimbo, go file charges.
Out of meth, this is not alleged. There is actual arrest charges for him neglecting those kids in that trailer.
Oh, yeah, I know that,
and this is not alleged. I'm not saying anything in stone, but from what I gathered with 303, he's done a lot of meth. This is not alleged. There is actual arrest charges for him neglecting those kids. And
there's arrest charges, no convictions. Dark Angel says, Constance Sue, you guys are so obsessed with Nick and Jimbo. You guys need to get over it and go after somebody else. I'm not going after anybody. I was watching Kells and I had a comment. Dum dum. Tell it how it is, says Constance Sue. Mr. 30 was 19 for exactly 4 months while she was 15. Their birthdays are on Frog's channel. Okay. Jimbo's first wife was 12, exactly 3 months. And in 8 months, Jimbo turned 18. So what's your point? Tell it like it is.
In that trailer.
I know that,
and the animals with the dog shit. They're just government leeches. They're the kind of people that just keep knocking out babies to feed off the welfare system and not productive members of society. They're the welfare recipients, and they have like
right, man, and they switch.
It's Constance in here because I see her responding to her.
I guess they're tagging her, but I'm not. Let me see what it says in comments.
Constance 303 was 19, so he was an adult, and his wife was 15. So that is definitely worse than what Jimbo did. They have nothing to say about Jimbo because he's a productive member of society, unlike all of them useless fucking criminals. That's right, Mama Melina. So when I spread general awareness about what Ghost has been accused of, it's going to be okay. Mine will all be legal with postage, though. Right? Constance, I don't know what that part of that you don't get, honey. I don't know how you can support 303 because he in fact was an adult.
I don't even know 303. Never even talked to 303. Never even chatted to 303. Never left 303 a comment. Never seen a 303 live. Just got sick of your math and the.
And I got that clip too. It's in El Kennedy's. If we need to play that one again, we will. Where El Kennedy puts that clip and talks about it. So yeah, I mean, that's either way you look at it. Yeah, 17 versus 12 or 19 versus 16. And Bird can say they're in school together and all that. That don't matter. And even in that clip of El Kennedy's, it shows what the Colorado laws are. So it don't matter. Like I said, when my son turned 18, in November, his girlfriend.
I said what the Colorado laws are or were back then. Mm-hmm.
Didn't turn 18 until December, and I had to talk with both of them and her mom. We all four sit down together and talk to them. So this is why I don't come to YouTube much anymore. No one can stop talking about old news. Jimbo knows.
And then the stand says, LOL, Constance, taking up for kids, are you? Never said I was taking up for kids. Don't worry, Connie. Hunter would have handled his business. He's a trained and skilled athlete. Bet. Ooh, Jimbo. Then he said, Constance never admits to shit.
Knows how I feel about it, but damn, it's been years ago. Everyone needs to move on from it. Right. Pats absolutely do, but they bring it. Every time I do a live and somebody comes up on my panel, they bring that up, and it's ridiculous. It's been 34 years ago. That it's sad. Absolutely needs to be dropped. But Pats, I'm glad to see you, honey. 303.
Yeah. Randomly asked us, has Jimbo ever talked about before he married the 12-year-old, like how he met her and how long he was grooming her before he proposed? It depends on which story he wants to believe. Remember, the first story was they met on the basketball court. She drove to him, and he thought she was 15. Well, then I found a video clip that Katie played that he said, no, he was younger because he met her when he was working at Kmart or something like that. He said, so he wasn't 17, he was 16. I said, well, shit, if that pushes her age back, if that pushes his age back a year, that definitely pushes her age back a year, right? So if he was, rumor 17 and 12, and he admits, no, it was a year later, 16 and 11. And by the marriage certificate itself, Pauletta had just turned 12 3 months earlier. So I don't know. I don't know how he groomed her. But then another story was he saved her from a bad home life, that her stepdaddy was abusing her. So he married her to get her out of that. So it's just whatever lie you want to believe. Rand said, Constance, I researched the Jacked Law at the time, and it stated underage has to have parental consent to marry, and if one weren't pregnant, needed no parental consent. Okay. If they weren't pregnant, they didn't need no, but the parents consented either way. So, where's Keita? Are you gonna take her to the bedroom?
No.
Just a minute. Avoid the dog. Please hold. Okay. Let me see if I can get the dog on my lap real quick. Anyways, avoid the dog fight. So, Bird's going to go live here, and let me see how many minutes. He'll be going live in 2 minutes. So, let me click on this. He's covering the Wade Wilson case. Here's the link. We might finish going over this tomorrow. But yeah, that's basically why I went over there. I wasn't white knight for 303. I wasn't white knight for Jimbo. I just got tired of them lying. And I was, took the opportunity to do the math for them. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming. And I'll probably talk to you tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Bye-bye.